Hey guys, welcome back to Financial Professional. Today we'll talk about why Elon Musk was broke after he sold PayPal. Let's head into it. Fired from PayPal.
In the morning, and Elon Musk anxiously waits for his golden payoff.
It all started after the merger of X.com and Confinity. The board were not settled upon the direction where the company should go. Elon was pushing for a comprehensive online banking system, while Thiel and the others were leaning towards peer-to-peer money transfer only, like PayPal as we know it. There was a lot of friction as the company was burning through a lot of cash to open users and keep the systems running. Things came to a head when Musk went on a holiday or honeymoon with his ex-wife, Justine. The board had an emergency meeting and replaced him as the CEO. He cut his trip short and raced back, but still couldn't sort out his differences. It all turned out well at the end, as eBay acquired PayPal for a whopping $1.5 billion. Elon Musk ended up making almost $180 million after taxes for his involvement. Financially illiquid, Mr. Musk has never disclosed the terms of the loans. In the past, he has said the shares only represent a small percentage of his fortune and that he could pledge more shares if needed, yet his borrowing has increased, fueling questions over how he plans to repay. At some point, it gets back. Mr. Elson said this week, that's the conundrum. Mr. Musk had pledged 54% of his Tesla shares, worth about $15 billion on Friday, as collateral on loans at the end of last year, according to the April 28 filing. That compares with a 40% a year earlier. How much, if any, of Mr. Musk's shares of SpaceX are pledged is unknown, though court records indicated he has used some of those shares as collateral in the past. Tesla's board have capped how much Mr. Musk can borrow at 25% of the value of whatever shares he pledges as collateral. As of February, Mr. Musk had outstanding loans that totaled $548 million through credit lines from Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs Group Incorporated, and Bank of America Corporated, according to regulatory filings disclosing his relationship with banks that served Tesla. His total borrowing from all sources couldn't be learned. Mr. Musk didn't respond to questions about his personal debt. Before Tesla went public, Mr. Musk told the judge during a contentious divorce with his first wife that he had run out of cash and had taken on emergency loans from friends to support his family and pay living expenses. Mr. Musk told the judge that his net worth was largely tied up in Tesla, SpaceX, and SolarCity, an energy company that he oversaw as chairman. I have no other investments that I could easily sell in order to generate money, Mr. Musk said in a court declaration at the time. My cash position is very limited. About 4 months ago, I ran out of cash entirely. Mr. Musk noted in the court record that while he owned a private jet, the airplane market at the time was depressed. If it were sold, he said, it would likely have to be at a fire sale price. In 2016, as Mr. Musk was trying to persuade investors to approve his plans to have Tesla acquire struggling SolarCity, his brother, Kimball Musk, had faced margin calls on loans tied to SolarCity stock he owned. According to the court records, the younger Mr. Musk, who was trying to expand his restaurant business, pressed his older brother for a loan and was rebuffed. You do know that I don't actually have cash, right? Mr. Musk told his younger brother. According to court records, I have to borrow. Last year, Mr. Musk's ability to access cash came up again during a defamation lawsuit over comments he made over a man involved in the rescue of a Thai soccer team from a flooded cave in 2018. A lawyer in the case said in a filing that Mr. Musk has described himself as financially illiquid. According to a regulatory filing, Mr. Musk had 2 days to use his stock options. One involves paying $350.02 for each share, which closed Friday at $819.42. Another choice is to exercise the options and simultaneously sell shares to pay up to $350.02 per share strike price and any taxes. That doesn't require cash up front, but will leave him with fewer shares. Mr. Musk's vesting milestone has drawn attention since January, when Tesla reached a $100 billion market value. He has until January 20, 2028 to exercise his stock options, as long as he remains an employee of the company and if he leaves within a year. He holds several million stock options from previous awards yet to be exercised, as Mr. Musk pushed to reopen the California car factory and describes the government's pandemic response as overblown. He has been accused of acting like an irresponsible billionaire. Mr. Musk said in a podcast interview with Joe Rogan that aired Thursday that having possessions opened him up to attacks on his character. People seem to conflate spending with creating money in successful businesses, he said. In recent years, billionaire has become a pejorative, like that's a bad thing, which I don't think makes a lot of sense in most cases. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.